there, folks, and welcome back to the Gamer's Grotto. I know it's an early stream, but we're going to hop right into this. This is the Star Trek Voyager Across the Universe demo. So this is made by Daedalic Entertainment. I have quite a few of their games. They're not a bad company. This game's a little bit different than most Star Trek games I've ever played. It's very strategy-oriented. And has you basically commanding the Voyager, and apparently it covers the entire series or most of the series of Voyager, of which I've seen none of. Ironically, I have the entire series on DVD, but I haven't really watched it. So yeah, that's something. Anyway. We're going to hop right into this right now. Let's play Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown demo on the PS5. Now, this game comes out next month, and supposedly the devs have stated that in the full game, it's going to be fully voiced. So in the demo, there is no voice acting, but apparently in the full game, it's going to be fully voiced. So that'll be cool. Anyway, let's start this out. Demo features the first of 12 sectors and is based on an in-development build with many things subject to change and optimization. Hey, Stardate 483.1, blah blah. New ship, a new crew, a new mission. DS9? Really? Today we traveled to locate a Maquis vessel in the Badlands. Starfleet wants these terrorists apprehended and brought to trial. I can't do a good Janeway voice, so I'm doing my best. Tuvok. My chief of security is undercover aboard that ship. I haven't received communication from him in over a week. The Badlands are treacherous. I can only hope he's safe. Alright, cool. In the meanwhile, I have a starship to prepare for launch and a crew to assemble. Our final two crew members have just arrived. Ensign Harry Kim and Tom Paris. It's gonna be a lot better when there's actual voice acting, I feel. Without the voice acting, it just loses so much. Also, is that supposed to be Tom Paris? Because that doesn't look like Tom Paris. Janeway looks good. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Alright. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the Academy. Ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. Oh, there's Tom. Okay. I was wondering who the hell that was at the... With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. The Maquis. Wow, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax. I was with the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands. This is the captain. Report to your stations. Alright. Helm, take us into the Badlands maximum warp. The cutscenes are really good, but, I don't know. I feel like... So I've seen gameplay of this demo before, and I feel like there's... Well, you know what? I'd rather just show you guys, and you guys can judge for yourself. But in its current state, this demo, I don't know if I would ever buy the full game, if I'm being honest. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Alright. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't exactly McKee of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent tetryon beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading toward us. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert, helm, evasive maneuvers. No effect. The wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Alright. Did they just fly into it? As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor, damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core has gone to gray mode. We're on reserves, barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar cartography back online now. Alright, select the question mark icon on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial screen, blah blah blah. Alright. So, basically, this is how a majority of the game is done, if not all of the game, is we're basically, it's a strategy game. We're basically building everything back up on Voyager. Obviously, we'll be sent on away missions, but when you are sent on away missions, you're not actually controlling anybody on the planet. You're like, at least not in the demo. I don't know what the full game's going to be like, but in the demo, it's all like graphic novel style, and you just make choices. It's really weird. Like, the entire game is just so fucking weird to me. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Alright, scan points of interest. Where's the Voyager? Right there? Alright. Might as well scan that since we're right at it. Or not. Okay. Alright. Now we can get deuterium. Navigate your ship by traveling. Time passes in the form of cycles. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colors of the chance bar represent the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green are excellent and good outcomes. Higher rewards, such as extra resources, morale increase, etc. Yellow, average outcomes, can include minor setbacks. Orange and red, bad and terrible outcomes, lead to low rewards and medium to major setbacks, like destroyed rooms, hull damage, or severe injuries. Okay. Oh, we already scanned that, didn't we? I don't think there's a point in setting course. Maybe. I guess. Oh, yeah. We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in here. Alright, collecting the easily accessible resources. Use the tractor beam to try to clump up the debris for easier collection or leave. I'd say tractor beam gives us a little bit. Stay in the green. Captain, the operation was a big success. We managed to recover a lot of resources. Well, that's good. Captain, we can now deactivate gray mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. The warp core is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but more deuterium is required. Increase the power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier. Our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good. Now about this thing, this array, I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detect a Maquis vessel next to it. Scan for life signs. Wouldn't it make more sense to hail them first? Scanning them right away is kind of weird. Hail them. No response, Captain. Scan for life signs. Scan the ship for life signs, Ensign. There's no one on board, Captain. Scan the array. Several life forms on board, Captain. Is one of them Vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room ready, repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a duranium deposit. We'll need to repair we'll need it to repair the transporter room. Duranium. I gotta be honest, this galaxy is randomly generated every time. I just realized that because when I played my playthrough, none of these planets were in this order at all. Some of them were really stretched out. So that's interesting. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, should set a course there instead and scan from there. We came across an abandoned mining station. The station is under lockdown and seems to be damaged. Safely search for anything valuable without entering the station. Well, I can't do the other one, so... yeah. Please stay in the green. Great. The station has already been looted. We still managed to salvage a few resources, Captain. We now have all the duranium we need. Engineering is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. Transporters are back online, Captain. Mr. Paris, set course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. Well, can only select 2 of them anyway, so... Decide on an approach and select a hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place, it's eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? Look for any footprints or strange noises. Scan for any life signs or strange energy signatures. Harry and Tom use their tricorders to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse strumming a banjo. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? Demand to know what is going on. That sounds like a terrible idea. Try to read his body language for any clues. Argue with facts that this can't be a farm on Earth and you want to know what's going on. Well, the highest level here is 22. That matches with our 21. So that would be a positive outcome, most likely. Oh, yeah. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he is putting on an act, but they can't quite put his finger on... They can't quite put their finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Harry and Tom being early and how it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. You can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the accumulated skill value is equal or higher than the required number, you have a chance for a critical success, golden part of the chance bar. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find them a key ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. Investigate the barn wall for a hidden door. Try to analyze what these energy readings could be, and try to find a way to break the illusion of the wall. Oh, really? Harry's and Tom's attempts to disrupt the energy field fail. The wall remains solid. Suddenly the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish, glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half-Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be the missing McKee. They are being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. Pilot, wake up the tattooed man. And quick way to wake up the half-Klingon woman. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team from when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Captain, what happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. What? But we were there for only an hour, right, Harry? Harry? He was just beside me. Then he's still on the array, but why were you released and not... The Maquis are hailing us, Captain, putting them on screen. I'm Commander Chakotay of the Maquis. My chief engineer, B'Elanna Torres, is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander. One of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem, and it would make sense if we solved it together. 3 of us will beam over to your ship. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and his Maquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Captain, this is Seska, one of my engineers, and Tuvok, my... Oh, I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As am I, Captain. Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Were you going to deliver us into Starfleet's waiting hands, Vulcan? Correct. However, I assure you I perform my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Charming, and I see you have Paris with you too. Are you forming Maquis Traders Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Torres and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They've sealed the entrances and are blocking incoming hails. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever is jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support. Check secure core decks and restore Deck 5 functionality. First, to gain access to the engineering office. To be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Alright. Life support restored on Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess. We'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Repairs in progress. Until completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system and gather more deuterium and uranium. Alright. Now the cool thing is, we can actually zoom in very, 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 very damn close on the map, which is actually kind of cool to see. Just the ship models are very detailed. But realistically, there is no other reason to zoom in that close. Alright, so he wants me to scan every other planet in the system. I guess we'll start with this one. Oops. That was fast. Alright. Well, it says it's repairing still, though. Oh, ready. Alright, never mind. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional work team to carry out our tasks simultaneously. Building or repairing rooms, even clearing debris, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. The morale bar shows your current morale, the change to morale per cycle, and icons indicating your crew's needs. Open the overview screen and switch to morale to get detailed info about your crew's needs. Your decisions in ship management, food, crew quarters, and events affect crew morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Life support restored on Deck 2, Captain. Access to the main mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations again. Alright, repair. Repairs in progress. Okay, we should address crew accommodation. Ruined. Must be cleared to create room for residential sections. The ship is heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed beyond repair. To free up new building space, you will first have to remove the remnants of the old. Select the room and give the order to clear the debris. Removing debris takes time cycles to pass the time travel on the map. Well. While waiting for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. Fair enough. Wait, what? What got repaired? Oh, the mess hall, okay. Mess hall repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. With every cycle, your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rations, which don't require resources but lower morale. The crew is used to consume premium ration, made by the replicator. Those increase morale but consume deuterium. Replicator rations are now issued to the crew, Captain. The detail is really good, I gotta say, like, especially when you zoom in on everything, but as a Star Trek game, this is really odd, if I'm being honest. It's not what I would expect from a Star Trek game. It's very... I don't even know how to describe it, actually. Alright, let's go back here and we'll scan this planet. Or not? What's going on here? We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in here. Collect any easily accessible resources. Use the tractor beam to try to clump up the debris for easier collection. Let's try that. Stay in the green. Fuck. God damn it. Unfortunately, there were less useful parts than we hoped scattered in the debris. Well, that's great. Alright, next planet, I guess. Ruined room is now fixed. Ruined room removal concluded. Great! Maybe we can finally rebuild some crew quarters. My back is killing me from sleeping in the corridor. It'll do wonders for morale, that's for sure. To build new rooms, select the empty building space to bring up the construction menu. If you have enough work teams and resources, you can build the room. Every room needs a corresponding area, so plan accordingly. Do they mean this? That's the corresponding area. What are my... Okay, so... Build room. crew quarters. Holodeck? No, that's a terrible idea. Your crew is the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. Don't forget to provide the necessary accommodation, or morale may drop faster than you'd like. Should clean this room out. No life support. Well, that's a problem. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. That old guy with the banjo. Though he seemed a lot less jellyfishy back on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Appeal to his humanity. Tell us where they are. Chance 40 plus 30. Try to intimidate him. Give them back. Let Chakotay talk. Optional. Scan the array for Harry and B'Elanna. Chance 100%? Yeah, I might as well do that. I won't rely on the words of a stranger. Scan the array for life signs of Harry and Torres. No sign of them, Captain, and no humanoid life forms indicated at all. Who or what are we talking to right now? We won't do that. We struggled for too long to be pushed around. Return our crew, or you'll find out what the Maquis are capable of. The struggle for survival. It is a heavy burden, but I have no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? To ensure their survival. Whose survival? Who are you talking about? For your sake, I hope you're not talking about our people. Your people? No. Your people may just hold the key to their survival, and I must hurry. No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. This is getting us nowhere. We need to find our people, fast. You managed to extract valuable information, Commander. I commend you for that. Captain, if I may... I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the fifth planet of the neighboring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have, thoughts, Commander? It seems our paths are intertwined, Captain. Let's use this opportunity to find our people and bring them back. Agreed. Mr. Paris, I want you at the helm for this one. Let's find our people. Set a course for the fifth planet in the neighboring system, maximum warp. The sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can scan the system first and select a specific pole to visit. Captain, we found an energy ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Leave the storage alone and focus on salvaging from other parts of the ship. Damn it. I want to finish scanning the planets first before we do the next part. Oh, is it not letting me? Oh, there we go. We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in here. Collect any easily accessible resources. Use the tractor beam. Use the tractor beam. Ruined room was fixed. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna put here. Build room. Maintenance, crew, technology, combat, Borg technology. Maintenance, cargo bay, technology, nothing unlocked, phaser control room, shield generator. Alright, let's make it a crew quarters. We detected a small debris field. Let's try the tractor beam again. Okay, good. Life support built. All right. There's nothing in that room. Alright, 2 more planets to scan by the looks of it. Let's try using the tractor beam again. Covered a lot. Oh damn, did we ever 84? Jesus. That's awesome. do a tractor beam again, since we've been having kind of luck with that. There we go. Decent. Alright, let's head off to the other system. Fifth planet. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Continue. There we are, Captain, and might I say, what a ride. Voyager handles like a dream. Responsive, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Paris. Let's see what we have here. Following the array's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Harry, Kim, and B'Elanna perhaps being held in this place? What's so special about this ugly old space rock? Prepare an away mission, optional do a general scan of the planet, and optional check the energy impulses. Let's check the energy impulses first. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They are consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of the desert. I recommend an away team investigates the area. There is something else. The interval between each pulse has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we'd better hurry. Let's try doing a general scan of the planet. Let's see what we can learn about this planet. It has all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Why would anyone want to live there? I'll leave it at that. Strange but intriguing. Prepare an away team. We'll examine this world firsthand. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. A peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant? Greetings! Looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. The animation in this is really good, I gotta say. The problem is the lack of voice acting, at least in the demo. Now, the creators of the game did state, as I said earlier, that there is going to be full voice acting in the full release. Whether that means the entire cast is involved or not, I have no idea. I tried looking it up on IMDb, but it doesn't list any voice actors. So I'm wondering if it's just going to be a reveal. It'd be really cool if it was the entire cast. That would be fucking awesome. But I'm not holding my breath, given who's making this, which is Daedalic Entertainment. They're an indie company. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times. But the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Ocampa calls him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Ocampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place. Dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course, a guide needs a little, you know, compensation? Sounds fair. Why would Neelix already be wearing a Starfleet? Okay, I don't... Alright, I haven't watched Voyager in forever. Maybe he had one at that point, but that doesn't add up to me. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Okay. What am I at for resources? I'm at 100 for the... Maybe we'll scan this planet right here. Or set a course to it, rather. Since we're right near it. Alright, let's grab some of that storage. Stay in the green. Fuck! It always goes into the yellow for the most part. Yellow is... We're not going to get as many resources if we go into the yellow. Green is where we want to be. Alright, let's... What is going on here? Notification. Tutorials. Alright. I guess we are gonna just check out these planets. Looks like I got communications caretaker. What a delicious meal, a culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup! I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I am pleased you are enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah yes, your missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot you'll find a Kazon Ogla encampment. Kazon Ogla? One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Okampa had our people. Well, the Okampa do have your people.
Dang it, I missed half the stream.
It's just finding them. It's not the full game, bro. It's a demo, right? It's the full game comes out next month, and hopefully is voice acted. So far, I'm not disliking this. I think I am gonna buy this when it comes out. I think I'll have fun with it, but I have so many Star Trek games, and out of all my Star Trek games, this is definitely not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really a big fan of strategy games. So it's not my favorite, but I am enjoying it for what it is, I guess. It's not bad. Anyway, while the Okampa do have your people, it's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal Mage Jabin, the Ogla leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. Optional. Ask for more information about the Kazon Ogla. Anything else we should know about these Kazon Ogla? Water's a precious commodity around these parts. The Ogla, they mostly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Send away team. Very well. Prepare an away team, and you'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. I'm confused. Are we not supposed to automatically... Oh, the away... right, the away team over here. Captain, we reach our destination. Orders. Send away team. Well, Neelix has to go, so... 40, 25, 30... Can only send 3. Why don't we send Chakotay and Tuvok? Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, recommended traits. Talaxian Survivalist and Innovator. Alright, so let's...
Kinda reminds me of the Star Trek mobile game I play though that has every Trek character in it.
The only one that I feel is the most like that is Star Trek Legends, which I have actually streamed already. This is not like that at all. This is not. This is just Voyager. This doesn't have every. Alright, well, I'm not going to get Innovator under my recommended traits for this, no matter what. Because for whatever reason, it's not letting me use Harry. Which, it is what it is. Whoops. Let's just go with Tuvok. Start mission. The away team materializes in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and a sandy wind whips into their eyes.
The gameplay is similar.
Who is talking right now? Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, perhaps because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Orient yourself using the cardinal points. This should be successful. Oh yeah. Using his survival skills and the position of the sun, Chakotay determines the cardinal directions. He navigates the team through the rocky valley, eventually reaching a rocky ledge, gaining a better view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot the Kazon Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up, and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Captain, a sandstorm is headed our way. We need to find cover fast. Build a temporary shuttle from what you can find. Yeah, that's the most likely to succeed. Okay. The away team quickly gathers rocks and wood. Constructing a makeshift shelter, they huddle together as the sandstorm rages around them. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges slightly battered but unharmed and sets off in the direction of the Kazon Ogla settlement. Sometimes certain approaches and away missions bear additional risks. Dangerous approaches are marked by a danger level indicator. Failing such a challenge can result in injuries or even fatalities. Captain, we've reached the settlement. How should we approach the people here? 34 to 45, 60... I mean, that has the most... Yeah, but I don't know if you want to approach them with weapons. I guess. I mean, it stands the most chance of being successful. Yeah. The away team approaches with weapons drawn and shoulders tensed. The women and children of the Kazon Ogla scatter in fear. The men are armed but seem too intimidated to act. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement, Jabin, their leader. He seems unimpressed by the away team, but his face darkens at the sight of Neelix. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like the Kazon, but more like a human with pointy ears, peers around a corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? Assure them you have no bad intentions. Demonstrate strength to keep Kazon at bay. And offer water in exchange for information about the Ocampa.
The first episode, then stopped watching. I wasn't into it, but I know it's a good show.
So, I mentioned this earlier. I have the entire series of Voyager on DVD, like the big, massive box set. But I haven't watched any of it. And it's so stupid, because I bought this box set like 4 years ago. And I haven't watched a single freaking episode. Which is dumb. Like, I mean, I don't know why I haven't watched it. I just don't know. It's like I just distracted by games, I guess. Alright, so realistically, we should send Neelix. 45 to 45. Stands a good chance of being very successful. Yeah, there we go. The away team calmly explains their peaceful intentions, emphasizing their desire to find their missing crew. Their diplomatic approach eases the tension, and Jabin explains that the Ocampa live underground. Their access controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave, explaining that she is one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. When suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser. He points it at Jabin and demands for the Ocampa girl to be freed. What an ass. Why would you do that? Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Secure the retreat with phaser fire. Use Tuvok. That's close to 50. That stands a good chance of being successful. Alright. The away team lays down covering fire, forcing the Kazon to take cover. This allows them to minimize their exposure to enemy fire. Jabin, though furious, seems to acknowledge the away team's fighting skills. They escape with no casualties. Alright. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go? My dearest Kes, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew.
Time leans on mobile. It's very similar to this.
Fair enough, James. I'll take your word for it, man. I don't really play mobile games of Star Trek, or any mobile games, to be honest. I have all the classic PC Star Trek games, which I'm going to be streaming soon, as well as the any ones that are on console, basically. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Jabin said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea, Kes. Can you help us once we've located the breach? Of course, it's the least I can do. I'm grateful. Now, we have things to do. Ask Kes what she knows about the caretaker. Ask how Kes and Neelix met. Ask Kes why she came to the surface. Kes, if it's so dangerous on the surface, why did you leave your home? I felt a strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover new things and learn about myself. Seeing my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to even think for themselves, it was unbearable. We were once a people who had full command of our minds' abilities. Ask how they met. Kess, Mr. Neelix, I'm curious. How did you two meet? I met Kess while I was trading with the Kazon Ogla. They enslaved her, but she was kind, even to someone like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. He was the only good thing in that terrible place. We fell in love. I admit I used you, Captain. I apologize, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations, he has provided the Ocampo with food, water, energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it, or where he came from? No, we do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. We have things to do. Alright, someone get started on that transporter signal amplifier, and Kess, we'll go to sickbay and have you examined. Does sickbay even exist? I don't think it does. Repair. I'll be ready for 2 cycles. Where is the sickbay? Alright. Nothing new to reveal? What was the point in what was the point of that even? Okay, alright, whatever. Alright, 2 cycles to fix that. So let's go back to the ship and explore the galaxy a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, not a smart thing to tell a captain. Imagine telling Picard you used him.
Science lab is already built. Alright, skadoosh! Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Why not? Advanced storage. Everything here is locked. Plasma torch, small. Where is... ...25% more resources. Store surplus energy from the warp core. Can temporarily provide up to 50 stored energy before the gray mode gets activated.
Hopefully they add dialogue, cause reading all this is like reading a Star Trek novel.
Yeah, okay, so the developers did state, if you go on Google right now, the developers did state that the full game is going to be fully voiced. Whether that means it's voiced by the entire cast, I have no idea. It could be voiced by, like, just a single person for all I know. I'm hoping that it's voiced by the entire cast, but IMDb doesn't have anything on this game. Nothing. I've already looked. So unless it's like going to be a big reveal that it's going to be the entire cast, which would make this game amazing, if that's the case, but I highly doubt it. Just because I know who's making this game. Daedalic Entertainment, I have a few of their games. They make good games, don't get me wrong. They're an amazing company. But I don't think they have the budget to get the entire cast involved. I really don't. But Stranger things have happened. Alright, let's do this one. Why is this flashing again? Oh. There we go. Okay. Is that sick? Okay, that is sick bay. Yeah, we should probably repair sick bay if we're sending somebody to it. Report to sick bay. Oh, wait. It's not in service. It doesn't exist. So, you know, that's that. Okay. Sensors detect a dense cloud of interstellar gas with an unusually high concentration of deuterium. Risk to maneuver Voyager into the unknown of the cloud. Let's try it. Perfect! Captain, the maneuver paid off. We've collected a massive amount of deuterium. Fantastic. Good job, folks. And again, James, you can actually zoom... Well, let's grab this first. Hang on. Ooh. You can actually zoom this in really freaking close. See that? Look at that. It's pretty cool. It's a nice zoom, but I don't know why you would want to be zoomed in that much. It makes no sense to be zoomed in that far. Anyway, or that close, I should say. Let's go to the last couple of planets here. Alright. Sickbay is fixed. Access the tech tree to research new upgrades. This way you can upgrade rooms or unlock passive bonuses to improve efficiency. Certain technologies first require an upgrade of the tier of a technological category. Unlocking a new tech costs research points. Research points are produced by active science labs, but can also be gained as rewards, e.g. in away missions. Alright. Captain, the blueprints for the signal amplifier are complete. However, to start production, we need to repair the workshop. Alright. Tech tree. Is that the only thing that we have unlocked? I think it is. Yes. Alright, so let's do it. Wait, what? Research already in progress, small better. Oh, yes. Right. We can't... We can't do that until we finish the other one. That makes sense. Alright, so let's... Our sensors have detected a small but stable spatial anomaly. It is not dangerous, but could provide valuable scientific data. Yeah, let's try it. Stay in the green. Yeah. We tried. Detected a small debris. Remnants of a vessel. Use tractor beam. Green, green. Perfect. Captain, the operation was a big success. We managed to recover a lot of resources. Doing pretty good. Alright. Is that resource or researched? That's researched. That's still being researched. Okay, can't do anything there yet. Captain, we've detected massive deuterium levels in the atmosphere of this Class J gas giant. Atmospheric conditions are harsh, but the potential fuel yield is exceptional. We can try it. Ooh. Our buzzard collectors were able to collect a high level amount of deuterium. Fantastic. Alright. And the final planet, I believe. Use the tractor beam. Sweet. Oh, that's how you access tech tier 2. Alright. Crew quarters. Accommodates 10 crew members in standard Starfleet quarters. That's worth getting, I suppose. Inspired workforce. High morale threshold. Bonuses are increased. Probably a good idea to upgrade that. Yes. Let's... Ah, shit. I keep forgetting we can't do anything until that other thing is done. Two cycles remaining. All right, I gotta be honest. I don't want to go too much longer into this, only because I do plan to stream the full game when it comes out next month. So that's kind of enough to give us an example of what it's like. I don't know how long this demo goes for, and I just don't want to stream it for like several hours if it's that long. I just wanted to get a feel for it and provide you guys with a feel for what it's like so that you know if you're gonna purchase it or not. But yes, it comes out next month. I believe it's like mid-month. Now, again, the developers have stated that it is going to be fully voiced. Whether that means the entire cast comes back from Star Trek Voyager, or it's sound-alikes, or it's just one voice, I have no idea. I wish I could give you guys an answer to that, but I don't know. But yeah, all in all, seems like a decent game. Not the kind of Star Trek games I'm used to. I'm used to like beaming down on planets, that kind of stuff. Kind of like Star Trek 25th Anniversary, Judgment Rights, Star Trek The Next Generation, A Final Unity, all those classic adventure Star Trek games. Point and click adventure Star Trek games. Those are the ones that I do intend to stream on this channel. Hopefully before February. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight, guys. So thank you very much to James for tuning in. And thank you to everybody else who is watching or watches after the fact. Thank you to anybody who was lurking in the live chat and just didn't want to comment. You're still welcome here, and I appreciate you being here. But that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic night. We'll see you soon at the Gamers Grotto. Take care once again. Have a great one, guys. And tune in next month, and we'll go into the full game of this and compare it to the demo and see just how much better it is. Or possibly worse. We'll see. But anyway, take care, guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon.